I love me some good object lessons. And today I want to show you one on obedience that is going to blow your mind, or at least make your stomach turn. So, teaching kids about obedience is obviously something we want to do. Not only because parents will fall in love with you when you teach their kids about obedience, but God commands it. In fact, obedience is better than sacrifice. So, obedience can be a tricky thing to demonstrate, but I have a pretty cool suggestion for you, and it involves a McDonald's Happy Meal. Interested? I thought so. So here's what I would suggest you doing. I have all of the elements of a McDonald's Happy Meal. And I would like to suggest that each one of these elements represent something that we are told, or that our kids are told to do. So let's say you're in class and you bring out this Happy Meal. Now, it can be chicken nuggets, it can be a hamburger, it can be a cheeseburger, doesn't matter. But you have all the ingredients in the Happy Meal, including the drink, which is actually kind of important. You'll see in a minute. So all of these ingredients represent the things we're told to do. Maybe our mom tells us to clean our room. Or maybe your mom, a better way to say it, maybe your mom, you're talking to the kids, maybe your mom tells you to go clean your room. And you have two choices. You can either clean your room, like she said, which would be like eating this chicken nugget, which is chewy and stale. You can either clean your room like your mama said, or you can decide to do it your own way, which would be like eating this Happy Meal in a very, shall we say, interesting fashion. You decide, nah, I'm not going to clean my room. I'm going to go into my room and play. And play some more. And I forgot I even had this toy. And play some more. You know what? That was fun. I'm glad I got to clean my room. I'm glad that I decided to play toys. And then later on at school, you're outside and you are playing soccer during recess. And you're told, not to, try to tackle anybody. You're told to play gentle. You're told to take turns. But you don't like those rules because you want the ball and you want to score. So instead of playing by the rules and doing what you're supposed to do, you decide, you know what? I'm going to slide tackle whoever I want. I'm going to take that guy out and take the ball from him. Because I want to score and I want to do what I want to do. And then you decide when later that day when you get home and your mom asks you to do your homework, well, you sit down at the table, you get out your books, but then, you were asked to do your homework, but, you think, man, I really liked that movie we were watching. That was really cool. And you just start daydreaming, thinking about other stuff. You lay your head down, take a nap. You do what you want to do. And all through the day, you decide to not obey. Because after all, everything's working out. I can still eat this whenever I want to. As a matter of fact, it might even be just as delicious. The only problem is, some things start to go a little, unexpected. And you realize that, maybe you should have listened because all of a sudden, things don't seem to be turning out the way you thought. You had this plan. You knew exactly what you were going to do, and you weren't going to do your homework. You were going to play, but the homework would get done at some point. But then you go into school the next day, and because you didn't do your homework, you have to stay in from recess and finish it. And your mom finds out that you weren't in your room cleaning, you were in your room playing toys. And all of a sudden, you don't get to use your iPad. You don't get to watch TV. You don't get to go to your friend's house. All of those choices start adding up. Your obedience is now a real problem. Ready? See, you still have to do all those things. You're still going to have to clean your room. And you can't change the fact that because you didn't play soccer the way you were asked to, that, well, you hurt that boy and now, his pants are all scraped up and you and him, well, now you're arguing with each other and he went and told his mom and you got in trouble at school. All of those choices had consequences. And you still have to do all those things, but now it is not because you wanted to. You have to deal with your choices. And it is disgusting. It's the way obedience works. You have to do the things that God says. And you need to do the things that other people say. Because many times when we choose not to, well then later, we don't get to decide the consequences. We don't get to decide what happens when we don't do what we're supposed to do. Making right choices ultimately means that you're happy. Just like this happy meal. Making the right choice about the way to eat it is a lot better than trying to eat it this way. So that's what I suggest for an object lesson on obedience. I think it's fantastic, and if anybody is brave enough to drink more than like one tiny sip of this, you should give them mad props, because this smells like a combination of apple juice and chicken, and it's nasty, all right? So, Happy Meal, blended together, fantastic obedience object lesson. Thanks for watching. Now listen, I want you to put in the comments below, what's your favorite object lesson? Or better yet, what topic would you like to see an object lesson on? Let me know, all right? Until next time, this is Nathan from Better Bible Teachers, and thanks for teaching kids about Jesus.